Hello everyone, I am Harsha Kumawat and today I will be presenting you all the case study on Global Superstore analysis. So the problem statement here is that Global Superstore has been going through loss in the products sold. Also, I have to identify the markets as well as the country-wise loss and find the products in which particular subcategories are in loss in those countries. So the business questions for which I have to find the answers are: market-wise, I have to analyze the profit for the subcategories. Next, I have to observe the quarterly profit which has been recorded for the subcategory which is occurring huge loss. Next, I have to find market-wise that is there any relation between the discount which has been given on the products versus the profit which has been recorded. Next, I have to observe the discount which has been given market-wise for the tables and conclude my findings. In 2015, I have to find out which were the top 5 countries with the minimum profit recorded and which are the top 5 most common subcategories which are in loss in those particular countries. And I have to find out in which subcategory maximum loss has been occurred. Also find the average discount and profit for that particular subcategory. Another question is I wanted to identify the market regions where tables sold are causing huge loss. And for 2015, for the market Asia Pacific, what is the average discount given for the table subcategory? Last question is which country has maximum loss? Find out which products are causing huge loss as well as find the average discount, profit and sales. So to answer this particular business questions, I will be using different visuals as well as dashboards to solve this particular case study. So when I look at this particular heat map which is for market-wise profit analysis, so I could observe that the table subcategory in the furniture category is the one which is resulting loss in the major 4 market regions which are the European market, the Asia Pacific, in the US Canada and in the Latin market region. And in the US Canadian market, bookcases, tables, supplies, these are the 3 subcategories which are in loss. But tables is the category which has affected the major 4 market regions highly. And when I wanted to observe, let's say for US Canadian market, I wanted to observe for the table subcategory, which countries are highly affected by it. I could simply hover over it to find out. So I could observe that the US market is the one in which the tables are occurring a loss compared to the Canadian market. Likewise, for other market regions, if we want to observe, we could simply hover over it to find out which are the countries highly affected by it. And next, when I look at the grand total below, I could observe that the European market is the most profitable market compared to others. And also the Africa market is the one which is free from any loss. That is also one profitable market region where no products are occurring a loss. Next, when I talk about the quarterly analysis of profit, so what could I observe is in quarter 4 for 2012 to 2015, in the quarter 4 was the most profitable quarter overall. So basically at the end of the year, the company is gaining high profit compared to the other quarters basically. So we have to find out for furniture category, for subcategory tables we want to observe it. So what we could see is from 2012 to 2015, the table subcategory is in loss. Basically there are some exceptions only, that in 2013 in the quarter 3 and in the 2014 in the quarter 1, these are the 2 quarters in which the table subcategory has gained some profit. Otherwise, it is in loss. And basically, In 2015 in the quarter 4, the table subcategory is in huge loss compared to the other quarters. Next, when we talk about the discount which has been given market wise for the products, so we could observe, like when the discount percent is about 20% or about 25%, if it's increased, then rather than gaining profit, the company is in loss. Much loss has been occurred. So next, if we want to talk about the furniture category and the table subcategory, so we could simply filter it out and observe the results. So what we could observe here, as we have seen that the table subcategory is in huge loss. So what we could see, like beyond 20%, for the US Canadian market, if the discount percent is beyond 10% or if it's 20%, then it is resulting in the loss. And for overall, when I talk about beyond 20%, if the discount has been given, then there is 100% chances that rather than gaining profit, the particular table subcategories will result in loss. So next, when I talk about the top 5 profitable countries and the top 5 countries with the least profit, we could observe it from this particular visual. Also, we could use this particular slider to observe for the top 6 countries or for top n countries with minimum profit. We could also use the year filter for specific year if we want to find. So we wanted to find out for 2015 which are the top 5 countries with the minimum profit, and also according to the business question we have to find out which are the top 5 common subcategories which are contributing to the loss in that particular country. So what we could do, we could simply select 2015 from the year filter, and then using the slider we could simply use the top 5. Now we could observe that the Turkey was the country which was highly affected, and when we hover over it, we could observe the subcategory wise profit which has been recorded. So the top 5 subcategories which are highly affected in this particular country is phones, storage, chairs, bookcases, appliances, and so on. Likewise, we could observe for other countries as well, and then we could basically conclude like which are the top 5 common subcategories. So basically top 5 common subcategories out of this is phones, bookcases, copiers, chairs, and tables basically. And then using this dashboard, we are going to answer some of the business questions. So the first I wanted to look at is the average discount. So basically the average discount on the products is 14%, which is given usually. But here when I talk about the subcategory wise, so the tables is a subcategory which is in huge loss. So when I just filter the subcategory through tables, now I could observe the average discount which has been given for tables is 29%. And the Asia Pacific is the region which is highly affected. So when I simply filter market wise, now I could see 32% of the discount has been given. Also we have observed like Turkey was the country which was highly affected. So when we filter using the Turkey country, so we could observe like 60% of the discount has been given. So there might be, or this might be the reason, like when the discount percentage is too high above the average discount, if it's increases, then there is a possibility that rather than gaining profit, the products are occurring huge loss. And for the Turkey, this particular country, not only tables, but all the categories, all the subcategories which are there, all are in loss. Like from this particular country, no profit has been recorded basically. The reason might be the average discount. It is too high. It is beyond the normal average discount, that was 14%, but here it is 60%. So likewise we could observe and conclude our findings. Also, if we want to observe for the year wise, so simply we could filter it out. Okay, so when I talk about conclusions, so the table subcategory is in loss in Europe, Asia Pacific, US, Canada and LATAM market region. Most affected market region is of Asia Pacific, where the discount given is 36%, which is beyond the average discount given for overall products and for the overall countries basically. Tables were the subcategory where Global Superstore has occurred huge loss. Top 5 countries with maximum loss occurred are Turkey, Nigeria, Netherlands, Honduras and Pakistan. The common subcategories in these countries which are in loss are tables, phones, bookcases, copiers and chair. Turkey is mostly affected country because there is a huge loss occurred of $98K, which is basically in negative, where 60% of discount was given. Discount about 20% for tables is given, then it results in loss rather than gaining profit, and overall discount about 25% if it's given on the products, then it results in loss. So basically it is recommended that the discount should be decreased beyond 25% in order to recover the loss which has happened. So that's it about this particular case study. Thank you so much.